Well, good day, my friends. Million here with you, MILLIAN for millionspeaks.com, your vocal care and maintenance emporium. Hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you for hanging out with me for a couple minutes. I just wanted to share something quickly that was on my mind and just put it out there, and you're welcome to ask questions and follow up if you would like. Now, I have been doing vocal work, podcasting, speaking, radio, singing. I've been doing this for 30-something years now. It's been a long time, over 30 years. And a lot of times people will say that, like when I talk about voice coaching, they'll say, well, I've been doing this 20, 30 years. I know. No, you don't. When I had the voice problems and I had to relearn stuff, a whole new world opened up to me. And I had to not only relearn all the old stuff that I kind of forgot, but a whole new world of things that helped me improve and get back somewhere to being close to where I want to be. Not there yet, but we're still working on it. And that really is what life is about. It's about constantly working and pushing towards better things. It's called iterating, or the Japanese, I believe they call it Kaizen, which is that 1% little improvements. I think Atomic Habits, I think that book covers something on that line as well. And so when you're trying to determine if you're successful, if you're getting somewhere, if you're improving, look for those little improvements, and over time, you're going to see the changes that you want. So you figure a 1% improvement every week, maybe over the course of a year. That's a 50%, 52%, in fact, improvement from where you started. Take your skills currently, multiply it by 50%. Would you like to be that much better by next year? Well, who wouldn't, right? That 1% little changes is all it takes. Now, a friend of mine, when I first started talking about the coaching thing that I'm working on, a wonderful friend of mine, and she was a member of this organization called NSA. And I don't mean the spy agency. I'm not friends with Edward Snowden. I'm not sure I want to be. Whoa, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so NSA, which is the National Speakers Association. The NSA is like a trade organization for people that do a lot of speaking, whether you're a keynote speaker, public speaker, whether you do workshops. And then it has a wide variety of people that just maybe talk in their job, maybe authors that go around and speak about their work. Or like in a case like mine, a vocal coach that wants to work with people that are speakers and presenters so that I can keep their voice nice and healthy. So what I have found is that I was initially hesitant because I'm not like a big group joining in kind of guy. I'm very introverted, to be very honest with you. I don't really like crowds and groups, and it's weird. I get very sensory. Like if I'm in like a big room full of people, a lot of noise, I'm like, ugh. And then it's funny when I get home, I got to go like lay down in a dark room with YouTube and watch videos for like an hour to kind of just recharge. It's like an introvert thing. It's weird. I've always been like that, but I can function. It's not a big deal. I just have to maintain it a certain way. Otherwise I go out of my mind. But a friend of mine that I was telling you about, her name is Cherie Kane Jones. She's a phenomenal speaker about things like women's empowerment and finding purpose. She does a real good job. And she says, come to NSA. I'm in Las Vegas, so it's the Las Vegas chapter. She says, come down here. And I said, not really my thing. But I went into one of their sessions, and what they do is every month they'll have a meeting and they'll have resources available. They'll have people that'll come speak and tell you how to be a better public speaker. They'll have ways to build your business. They'll have ways to improve and network and do all kind of stuff. So there's a lot of different resources that became available. And so I went to this visit, and it was really, really, really interesting. There was a legendary speaker, Mark Scharenbrock, if I'm saying that correctly. And he had a lot of tips on things like stagecraft and how to walk around, how to prepare, and how to speak and all that. And I was like, this is really good. I kind of like this, and I've actually worked some of that stuff into the things I coach on, kind of my little spin on them. And I was really impressed. It's like, okay, kind of cool. And so I had to wait a little bit, and they did, I think last month there was a LinkedIn seminar thing on how to improve your LinkedIn rankings and all that. But you guys know my social media plan that I have. Step 1, post something. Step 2, the world ignores it. I'm really good at that. So I missed that one. And then I said, okay. So I was able to go to one visit for free, like a drop-in, because your first time is that. And then, they're like, well, do you want to join? Do you want to be part of this? And I was like, hey, I don't know. I'm hesitating. So I finally decided to go for it. I said, okay, it seems like it's a pretty affordable investment. I can write it off on my taxes. And I said, okay, so I went yesterday to an event. Now, this was completely different because this event was like an end of the year thing. They were changing the board members. There were people that were graduating from their speaking academy, and it was like a whole different, the catered food was wonderful. There was this braised beef that I admit I got a problem, okay? I'm sorry, I'm about the food. Always have been. I'm an introverted foodie. I'm sorry, it's a strange mix. And then you wonder why I'm like almost 800 pounds over here. Anyway, but the event was good. There was a keynote speaker talking about frameworks on how to come up with a speech. And I was like, okay, I like this kind of stuff. And she had, there was one part she was talking about come up with hot takes about your topic. And you guys know I can come up with plenty of hot takes. I was like, all right, this young lady's speaking my language. I kind of like this. And so what I'm really impressed with is that everyone that I've met has been phenomenal. I have met some new people that are in speaking world and in other different worlds, and they are really super cool people. And, it's always weird for me to kind of meet people being introverted like I am. And I have found it really, really easy to get to know people, to talk to people. Everybody's super friendly, helpful. And some of the people that I met on the first visit I went to have been so super supportive of the coaching work that I do. A couple have gone through my classes and they're telling other people about it and getting that word of mouth out for me. To tell you that I am super grateful to everybody that's helping and helping me do what I do, especially knowing the fact that I told you before, I'm not a sales guy. I'm not a promoter. I'm not one of these screaming YouTube vloggers. I just can't do that. That's not me. I'm a quiet, moody introvert that likes to eat a lot. This is me. I'm just going to be real and authentic with you. And for even me, I'm not necessarily looking to be a speaker per se, although I can public speak. It's not a big deal, but that's not my wheelhouse, not what I'm going for. And despite that, everybody's been super supportive, helpful, kind. They're connecting me with new people, giving me business cards, and hey, let's do this, and we should collaborate. And I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. So thus far, even though I'm a freshly stamped member, I got a little name tag and everything, which I think is cool. But I just wanted to do this video to let you know that if you are in like the speaking world, you want to be a keynote speaker, public speaker, if you present for your job, if you have to do anything, I guess, front facing to a crowd and have to public speak, as it were, take a look in your area at something called National Speakers Association, NSA, not the spy agency, NSA, National Speaker Association, and they have chapters all around the country in different cities and whatnot. I looked it up. I think they said there's like 30, 40, somewhere in that range all around, and there's different sizes and cities and groups, so you would have to go research that out. I only am familiar with the one here and in a couple other cities that I've been coaching some people. But thus far, it's been a net positive for me. It's been actually pretty good, very helpful, and I even, which I thought this was wild, I saw a friend who was also dropping in for a first-time visit that I haven't seen in like 6 years. And she and I were catching up. We had, at the end of this thing, they had a beautiful lunch. And we sat and we had lunch and we were just catching up and talking about life. And people were just coming over and it was like a big love fest. I was just one of the girls that day. All the women were all talking. I was just kind of sitting there. I was like, I'm one of the girls today. Count me in, ladies. But it was wonderful. Everybody was super nice and super cool. And so far, it's going well. So I would just encourage you that when you get a moment, if this is something you want to do, if you want to look at improving your business, improving your speaking, your technique, you want an awesome vocal coach, this is where you're going to find these. This is your people in your wheelhouse. You got to go see what they have to offer you. And I don't know how others work, but if you're in Vegas, you can drop in for a sesh, see what's going on. You can talk and send. There's a young lady over there who helps with the new members on board and all that, and she is phenomenal. She's really, really knowledgeable and wonderful at what she does. So if you're in Vegas, you're going to get treated well. And elsewhere, I'm pretty sure you'll probably be treated equally as kindly and as acceptingly. So I'm going to encourage you, go on like your Google, your web search, wherever you go, put in National Speakers Association, and then put in your city, and you can see if there's one near you. And see what resources are out there, and definitely check it out. I think there's going to be something good to it, and I think it's a pretty good investment. So I'm still brand new. I still have like new member smell. They make a spray for that, and I think that ultimately it's going to be pretty good. So I'm excited to see where it leads. And it was funny because yesterday they were calling volunteers up, and I'm sitting with my friend Sherry I was telling you about, and she's sitting there going, "Million, get up there, get up there." I'm like, I'm a vocal coach. I don't need to be speaking. Yeah, I can get up there and speak. I want to coach these people speak. What are you doing to me? And I'll tell you a funny story. There was another part they were having people come up to do like little 2-3 minute speeches on the stage and have a live critique by the keynote speaker. And I said, all right, Sherry, come on, get up there. And I'm elbowing her now. Well, how they had us set up in rows of 4. Then there was like an aisle down the middle, another row of 4, and it went all the way back through the room. Well, the chairs they gave us were on wheels, and the wheels were really loose on these things. So they kept calling people up. I'm like, Sherry, get up there. And she's like, no, Billy, I'm not going. Well, she didn't realize it, but I started taking her chair and wheeling her to the side and then down the aisle. She almost lost her mind when I did that. So I'm a little disruptive, and I do apologize to anybody, to the community at large. I'm sorry. It's what I do. But that was funny. I almost wheeled her halfway up towards the stage before she realized it, and she lost her mind. It was great. You had to be there. It was cool, though. But she's wonderful. SherryCaneJones.com is her website. NSALasVegas.com is the website here if you want to see what's going on. Check out the new board members coming in, and they're, again, wonderful people. And if you need any information, you're welcome to hit me up, welcome to hit them up. I'll share. I don't know much, but I'll share what I do know. And if you want to get started on your vocal coaching, the best way, get the book. Excuse me, have you seen my voice anywhere? Look at that textbook. It's gorgeous. Here's what you do. They're on pre-order as of this recording. Get yourself a pre-order. Use the code BIRTHDAY because my birthday was on June 13th, so we're doing a whole month of birthday special. You're going to get 15% off. I'm going to sign the copy and ship it out to you when they come in. We're expecting them mid-July, so make sure you grab one. Grab them early on discount because I'm going to cut the discount eventually, so make sure you get one now. If you need anything as far as vocal training, coaching, care, maintenance, it's in the book. I'm not kidding you. 87 chapters of stuff. I'm sure you could find something worth the money. It's not even that expensive. If this were a textbook in college, it'd be like a $150, $200 book. I'm not charging you that. Come on now. 15% off. Use code BIRTHDAY. And I'll sign it, send it out to you. And it's at www.millionspeaks, one word, millionspeaks.com/book, singular, B-O-O-K, book. And it'll take you right there. Grab one. I'll make sure I get you all taken care of. We'll hook you up. And I want you to do well. So I can help you with keeping your voice nice and healthy. NSA can help you with kicking up your career and your overall skills and presentation. And I think you'd be very happy with the results. So go check it out. Go check me out. Millionspeaks.com. You're welcome to, again, leave a comment, like, follow, subscribe, whichever platform you're on. I'd appreciate that. And I shall see you next time. Million outs.